In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I went from ruining my gut, hating how I felt, and inevitably ending up in a constant yo-yo cycle with diets and burning out, to now a body that I'm proud of and habits that I have sustained and can sustain for life. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the exact same thing, because at the end of the day, we're both the exact same. We're human and we can build these habits as well. So I went from smashing protein bars, overtraining 6 days a week, feeling bloated, anxious to even go out and have meals with my friends or family because I didn't know whether it was going to be on track or good for my aesthetic goals, to now building a strong, lean body, fixing my gut, and finally having that energy to perform in life, but also in my sport, football, in running, in the gym, and just being the best version of myself as a result of having a body that works both inside and out, and a mindset to go with that, which you can build as well, because we are no different and you just need the habits to do that. And no, I didn't do it with any fad diets. I didn't do it with endless cardio in the gym, no fancy supplements or gummies that are magically going to make me, lose weight or build muscle overnight and fix my gut. I didn't do it with any of that. I didn't do it with fancy meal plans or fancy recipes. I did it with one simple, sustainable system that I've built and I've learned to deal with and work with for my lifestyle and my routine. And anyone can master this in 90 days. And I'm going to show you exactly what that system is and how it can actually work for you too. So in this video, I'm going to show you how that system works, how you can use it, and how you can use it to lose fat, how you can use it to build muscle, to fix your gut if you're having problems with bloating or digestive issues, and also to master your mindset for good. Because if your mindset is off, then none of this will matter. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video, and also explain and show you where I've come from, my journey, and what I do now. So where it all started, literally football was absolutely everything to me. As you can see on the right hand side there, I was a small lad, a skinny lad, and at 16 I was playing for an academy. I thought, I was going to go pro, that was my goal, but I was released from Barnet Academy for being too small. So that absolutely crushed me. I didn't know what to do. I remember the day I got released, I came home, I was stood in the shower, I didn't know what to do with myself. My dad was there and he was obviously there when I got released. He didn't know what to say to me. I didn't know what to do. I was literally stood in the shower crying. I thought that was it. I didn't know how I was ever going to recover from that and get back into football. I'd put everything into it. I was at day release, like missing days off school to go to Barnet to work there and to play football essentially. I thought that was going to be it. I thought, okay, fine. After a few months, I realised, I'm going to have to get over this. I'm going to have to get back into football and I'm going to have to prove them wrong. I'm going to have to build muscle. I'm going to have to become something that they think that I can't because I'm too small. And that's when I started lifting weights. Not for health, but to prove a point to them, to show them that I wasn't going to be too small. I wasn't going to be too weak, and I could play football at a very good level. And that was how my whole sort of health and gym journey essentially begun. And that is how this dirty bulk essentially occurred. What I did was, when I knew I had to put on muscle, I was 16 years old. I didn't have a clue about absolutely anything. My goal was, as it says there, simple. Get as big as possible. That's me there. Look, arms the size of a twig. Trim is all over the place. I don't know what's going on there. But the goal was simple. I wanted to get big. And I wanted to do it because I knew that if I was too small, at least if I was big, I could hold off players. I could do this. I could prove them wrong. And my method was, I ate anything and absolutely everything. As you can see there, that is a meal from when I was bulking up. Chips, pizza, fried chicken. I was eating cakes. I was eating whatever it took for me to put on size. I just couldn't for the life of me put on size. So anything I could get my hands on, I was eating it. The result, as you can see, I did grow. I grew. It's not really showing too much, but the belly grew as well. I got bulkier, I got stronger, but I also got heavier. And on the football pitch, it took its toll. I could barely last 90 minutes. I looked big, but I felt terrible. I did not know what I was doing. And all I thought was, if I want to change my body, I've just got to eat whatever I can to do that. And I feel like that is a problem for a lot of us. Whether we want to bulk up, whether we want to lose muscle, to lose fat, or like myself here, want to get shredded. We think that we've just got to eat absolutely anything, or the things that people tell us to, because that's what's going to get our physique looking as good as possible in our dream body. Now, we never really think about how that actually makes us feel, which I will touch on in a second. Anyway, up next was the shredded phase, the wanting to get as lean as possible, the aesthetics, wanting to have a six pack, photo shoot shredded, as you can see there on the right. So I swung from one end of the spectrum to the complete opposite. This time I was chasing abs, I was chasing the veins, and I was chasing that dream picture or that dream body that I thought I wanted. I tracked every single gram. And when I say every single gram, I mean I was weighing out lettuce, I was weighing out sauces, I was literally weighing out things that have 0 calories in them, essentially. That's when it started to go the other way and go toxic, because I was weighing absolutely everything that you can imagine. I lived on things like protein shakes, protein yogurts, protein puddings. I literally would have one meal in the morning and save the rest of it for the evening, where I could have sweet treats that I really wanted, fiber 1 bars, which are low calorie, protein yogurts because they tasted good. And I got lean, as you can see on the right. I was in a deficit. I was exercising, I was going to the gym 6 times a week, I was doing loads of cardio, and I got lean. I got that social media approved look. All I can say is I absolutely hated my life at this point here on the right. There's not even a smile in that picture in the photo shoot, which is insane because I'm at my physique condition, right? I didn't feel like that. As it says there as well, my gut absolutely hated me. And what do I even mean by that? I was bloated. I was anxious to go out, putting more stress on my gut. My digestive system was all over the place. I could eat a healthy chicken, rice and broccoli meal and I would feel bloated as anything. My digestive discomfort was all over the place. My uni housemates will tell you about the house was stinking, and I don't need to go into detail on that, but my gut absolutely hated me at this point in my life. And I'll be honest, I hated it as well. Mentally, I was in one of the worst positions that I was in because I was restricting my calories. I had no energy. I was tired. And that was that period where I went through that shredding phase. And then something happened and it woke me up. It completely woke me up. And ever since this day, I have been on the mission that I'm on now to make sure that people understand the journey that I've been through with my fitness and with health in general and what we really should be prioritizing. And that is why I coach how I coach now at Core Fitness. The wake up call for me was when my dad passed away unexpectedly to cancer. At 53 years old, he passed away. I came home one day and he just said to me and my brothers, listen, boys, I've got cancer and I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to fight it, and hopefully that'll be enough. I went back to uni. He said, go back to uni, finish your degree. I was in my final year of university, went back to uni. 2 weeks later, I got a call from my brother, you need to come home because something has gone on. It's got a bit worse. Came home and literally the day later, 2 weeks later after he told us, my dad passed away. He didn't even get the chance to do chemotherapy or anything like that. It was quick and it hit me harder than absolutely anything I've ever experienced in my life. That was the realization for me on this journey. At that moment, I realized, what am I actually doing? What am I doing? Chasing aesthetics, trying to get 6-pack shredded whilst feeling horrendous, probably damaging my body, damaging my gut, the things that matter most. I was damaging just to look good on the outside whilst feeling horrendous on the inside and making my health suffer as a result. This woke me up because my dad was active, he was doing things, he was working hard, he was doing absolutely everything to be healthy and trying to fix his diet as well. It made me realise that a lot of us don't actually know what we are doing to get healthy, and chasing aesthetics, obsessing over calories, destroying our guts, not actually looking after ourselves both inside and out leads a lot of people to places they don't want to go to. So that shifted my mindset from that point onwards. I knew from that point onwards, health and fitness should be about longevity and sustainability. It shouldn't be about quick fixes at all. Getting shredded, 6-week shreds. Take this supplement because it's going to fix you in 30 days. Anything worth having doesn't come easy. That's the same with your health. Living longer, having energy, actually feeling good, that's what health's about. It's not just about seeing a 6-pack pop out. If that comes through doing healthy habits, then okay. But that shouldn't be the main goal for you in terms of sacrificing other things that are going to make you healthy. And that was the shift for me. That woke me up and it shaped the man that I am today and the coach that I am today. And absolutely everything that I preach about is based on that. The problem, I wasn't chasing health. I was chasing validation from other people, thinking that me having this physique and this body and this 6-pack, I'm going to get attention from girls. I'm going to, look good on social media. People are going to respect me more because they can see a 6-pack. Half the time you're in a t-shirt anyway. So if you look healthy and you feel healthy and you feel confident and you have more energy, then surely that means more. I was chasing that validation. It's pretty simple. That I'll hold my hands up. I was trying to prove people wrong with my body. I was trying to prove the football clubs that I'd been rejected from wrong. That I'm not small. I can be a big guy. I can be aesthetically good. I can be what you thought I couldn't be, essentially. And the consequence, in the process, I was burning out. I was tired. I was lacking energy. I couldn't be the person that I wanted to be because I had no energy, no mental clarity to be that person. I was bloated. I had digestive issues. I was anxious to go out and eat with friends and family because I didn't know if it fit my macros. And ultimately, I was miserable. I didn't enjoy that phase of dieting. And I did it for so long. And I didn't even enjoy it. And I'm sure that most of you who are watching this, if you are trying everything under the sun to get shredded or to be that most aesthetically pleasing person that you think is going to make you happy, if you don't have a deeper reason behind why you want to be like that, then you won't stick to it. And if it's not sustainable, then you're not going to be able to sustain that in the long term anyway. So the solution for me was when I stopped chasing perfection and started building a system that can actually last for a lifetime. That's what you want. You want to be healthy forever. You want to be around for your kids longer. You want to be around to enjoy moments with your friends, weddings, anniversaries, whatever it is. You want to be around for a long time, to be there to see your grandkids grow up, to see your kids grow up. We don't want our lives to be cut short, and we want to be around for as long as possible, and that's what it's about. It's not about restricting and affecting our health as a result of silly fad diets that are going on or silly supplements that we're taking that are actually harming us. So this system that I'm talking about, the one that I talked about at the beginning of the video, is the exact system I now coach my clients through today. There's just a handful of them there, and we'll touch on even more mothers, dads, people who own businesses, high-performing people who are using this system and finding results even though they are busy, which can be often a big excuse for us of why we're not making changes, because we're too busy, because we don't have the time, because we don't know. And if you don't know, that's fine, because you can learn, and you can learn how a system will work for you in your life to be healthy and to be around longer. That was the realization for me. That's what happened, and it's why I do what I do now. So let's get into what this actual system even is. What does it mean? I want to talk to you about how I now coach and how the Fiber First formula works. When I created this Fiber First formula, it was about feeling good on the inside and out. And it's a no-nonsense system that is built on 4 simple principles. Prioritize fiber. We're all told to prioritize protein, get our protein in from protein yogurts, from protein this, protein that. But we're never taught about fiber. Prioritize fiber for your digestion, for your energy, for fullness. If you're looking to lose fat, fiber is one of the best things you can do. If you're looking to improve your gut health, eating fiber is one of the best things you can do. If you're looking to build muscle, eating fiber is one of the best things you can do. If you're looking to be healthy, eating fiber is one of the best things that you can do. Please don't neglect fiber because you're thinking about just hitting your protein targets and calorie targets. Fiber is at the forefront and should be at the forefront of every single meal that you are having. It is so important. Follow the 80-20 principle. When I was in this chasing aesthetics shredded phase, bulking up, I was definitely in a 20-80 principle. I was not eating 80% whole foods and 20% meals out or socials. I was literally just eating ultra-processed stuff. I was eating this stuff thinking I was being healthy because it was high protein, it was low calorie, I was in my deficit. Or I was bulking up, so this is going to be good for me because I'm getting bigger. But it was ruining my inside, and it was ruining my mindset and my relationship with food. I wouldn't have meals out or socials because I didn't want to ruin my progress. If you follow the 80-20 principle, you can do just that. You can lose fat, you can build muscle, you can fix your gut and still enjoy your social life, your family life, cultural foods. You can enjoy absolutely anything by following this principle. Fuel your performance with protein and whole foods as well. Whole foods are single ingredient foods, your fruits, your veggies, things that are just single ingredient. A chicken, for example. Fuel your performance with that. And when I say performance, I'm not saying running a marathon. I'm not saying competing in the Olympics. I'm saying your performance in everyday life. If you can't get through work without crashing at 2 p.m, if you can't come home and spend time with your kids and play with your kids, if you have no energy to even get into the gym and do that workout plan that you bought, then you're not fueling right. Because at the end of the day, food is fuel. And if you're not fueling properly, you're not going to get the results that you want. And you're not going to be able to sustain them. Because your fuel and the food that you're eating and putting into your body is what makes you perform well as a parent, as a business owner, as someone who goes to the gym, just as you. You can't perform without fuel. So fuel that performance with the right foods and you'll notice how much more clarity and how much more energy you have. And the 4th thing is keep it simple. I want my clients to come out of the process of working with me not needing to track a calorie, not believing in any of the gimmicks that are out there anymore, the fat burners, the quick supplements, the quick detoxes. I want them to come out with habits that last. Now, you can track your food for 1, 2, 3 weeks, a month if you need it, 2 months if you need it, to get the nutritional foundational knowledge of what is in foods. But to do that for 20 plus years, 10 plus years, even a year, you're probably not going to be able to track forever. So get the knowledge from someone else and then you can go away and you can keep it simple. and just do the daily habits that are going to allow you to stay healthy, build that physique that you are proud of, and be mentally clear on what you need to do to sustain it. This is the foundation of absolutely every transformation that we deliver in our coaching. The Fiber First formula is what I base absolutely everything off, and what me and Dylan work on with the clients that we have, and here are just some of them there. What I coach now is using that system that I just mentioned there, with hundreds of clients, both men and women, from busy dads working 60 plus hours per week, owning their own businesses. No time in the world, so they said. But now, it's simple, it's basic, and it's sustainable, and they can stick to it. To professional women, high-performing women stuck in that yo-yo diet cycle. I see it so often. People who have tried every single fad under the sun. They've tried to cut out carbs. They've tried keto, they've tried all these different diets, carnivore, and it just hasn't worked in the long term. They've seen progress, of course, as you will, but it doesn't last. So what's the point? I always say, if you can't do something forever, then what's the point in doing it for 6 months? It needs to be sustainable. And I've helped people, like you can see there, with this system to then make the progress that lasts a lifetime. They come off the program and they know what to do now. They don't believe all the nonsense that they hear online, because there is so much out there, and I understood it. I understood why my dad was telling me about all these things, because he was probably hearing it online on social media and getting fed a load of nonsense and not actually understanding what it takes to lead a healthy lifestyle, to get the body that you want, to get the energy, the confidence that you had, and to make the progress that you want to see. These people here, they came to me bloated, they came to me tired, they came to me frustrated with their body, frustrated with their diets, not understanding how to fuel their body properly, and ready to quit because they tried so many different things before and it just wasn't working. They might have been eating healthy, they might have been going to the gym, but eating healthy and going to the gym doesn't mean that you know what to do for your body and for the progress that you want to achieve. If you think you're eating enough protein, you think you're eating enough fibre, you think you're eating the right amounts for your goals, or you think you're doing the right things to stop your bloating, to fix your gut health, to lose fat, to build muscle, but you're not seeing results, then you probably aren't, or you probably haven't tried something and a system that's actually working for your routine and lifestyle, and you're blowing it on the weekends, for example, because you're being too restrictive or you're not doing the right thing that actually works for you at this moment in time. Within weeks of these people coming to me, they were leaner, they were more energized, more clear, less brain fog, more confident in their body, more confident in their mind, because they understand that it's not the all or nothing mindset. And if they have one bad day or they miss one gym session, they can get right back on track with the habits and the foundations that we've built within weeks of working together. These people not only have a better relationship with food, with training, with sleep, with stress. They're literally enjoying their life and showing up for other people as well as themselves as the person that they want to. And they've wanted to for years but haven't been able to do because they haven't put the time and invested in themselves. And now they are. And now they're seeing the results. Dev right there, Sean right there, Paula, these people here are all seeing the results, both physically, but for me and Dylan, more importantly than just the physical change, they're becoming a new version of themselves. And they did all this without tracking a calorie, the majority of them. Some people come to me and say, I don't want to track. And I say, that's fine. That's fine. We can do another method. We can use the formula that we have put into place. If you want to track, of course, I say track. We can do that as well. We have different ways of working with different people who have more time, less time, or want to be as on point as they can. Either way, they get the result. And they don't give up their social life. They don't give up their family life. They don't give up their cultural foods that they absolutely love. And we don't overhaul their routine to make them have to start all over again. We just adapt it. We add more things in that are going to benefit them. And that's how I coach, because I understand that you can't change absolutely everything at the click of a finger. I wouldn't want you to either. Because at the end of the day, the life that you are living at this moment in time isn't where you want to be. But there's probably things that you do that you enjoy. There's foods that you enjoy. And all it is just us incorporating things and educating you on what you need to do to be in the position to get to where you want to be. And it's using those systems and those formulas. So that is how I coach now. And it's why we get such good results. Like you've seen there, the Fiber First formula, how we coach at Core Fitness. How does this apply to you? As I said at the start of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can do it. I've told you, I've given you the foundation. How does this actually apply to you though? It's not your fault if you've tried every diet under the sun. The amount of nonsense out there, I'm not surprised. If it hasn't stuck, it's probably not the right thing for you. And that's all you can take from that. It's a learning curve. It's not your fault. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you lack willpower. The real problem is because you've been given broken systems that do not fit your lifestyle and your routine. If you are a busy business owner or someone in a senior high-performing role, you're not going to be able to be scanning barcodes every 2 seconds. You're not going to be able to be in the gym 6 times a week. You don't need to be though. And if anything, you're going to be doing more harm than good by doing stuff like that. The solution is what you need is a simple system designed for busy people like yourself who work high stress jobs, who've got a family, who don't have all the time in the world to be meal prepping every single day, every single hour, to be tracking every single calorie, to be in the gym so long, to do all these things that people think they need to do to achieve good results. But you don't. You just need a simple system, and that's exactly why we designed the Fiber First formula. And it's why it delivers every single time. Because it's simple, it's sustainable, and it provides you with the foundations to lead a healthy lifestyle for the long run. Not just for 6 weeks. It is not a 6-week shred, and it never should be. What you need is a system to last for life, so that you can be around longer for the people that you love. Because I've seen people I love go too soon, and that is why I'm on a mission now to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Don't wait until it's too late. The truth is, most people do. They wait until it's too late. You put more effort into making money and doing things that are gonna, yes, help, but number one priority is health. At the end of the day, you can have a list of problems, rent, bills, but when you have a health problem, you only have one health problem when you're in that hospital bed. You're not thinking about your bills and your mortgage and paying a tax accountant. You're thinking about, what can I do to stay around for my family longer? And that is why health should never take a backseat to anything else. It's all about balance, and it's all about putting the thing that matters most first. People have waited until their health has already slipped, until they're on that hospital bed, until they get that illness, until they get that wake-up call. And I'm lucky, I didn't get a wake-up call as such myself. I've had gut problems. I've lost my father, yes, but I haven't had to fight anything just yet. And that is why I'm so big on making sure that I'm always on top of my health, and I don't let my business take over. I don't let content take over. I give myself time. I prioritize working out. I eat good food. I sleep. I rest. I manage my stress. I drink water. I do these things to make sure that I'm around as long as possible. And people wait until their energy's gone, until their gut is ruined, until their body is breaking down and you're burnt out. I told you, I've been there. I've tried everything, I've seen the extremes, and I've lived through the worst reminder of all. That is what has made me so passionate about what I do now. And it's why I do what I do, to make sure that it doesn't happen to as many people as I can possibly help. Because no one should have to go through that. You shouldn't. No kid should have to lose a parent because their health was neglected or they didn't know what to do. So if you know it's time to take action, if you're struggling with your health, if you know that you've let things go and you've let other things take over and you've put your health on the back burner, it's time to finally put your health first. And I'm here to help you to do it with someone who's been there, who's done everything, who's tried everything, who's bought the supplements, tried the diets, and has failed miserably. And now has a system in place for me, but also in place for other people, to help them thrive, to help them live a long, sustainable life, and a healthy one at that. That's exactly what I will help you to do inside my coaching. I will help you to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible, to get the dream body that you want to in a sustainable way, and to just be the best version of yourself, both physically and mentally, for yourself, first and foremost, but for those around you as well. And that is honestly all I have to say on what I do at Core Fitness. It's time to take action. That's all I can say to you right now, because health doesn't wait for anyone, and it should always be your number one priority. Health is priceless.